Okay, yeah, now it's recorded. Okay,
Okay.
so the debate's based off
You're the host.
yeah, I'm the host. So the debate's based off of Jump magazine,
Weekly Shonen Jump.
Weekly Show and Jump's guide that said that Super Saiyan 3 Goku at the end of Z is equal to Buuhan, which I would disagree with. My stance is that Buuhan's still stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and your
hmm
stance is the opposite. You think Buuhan is equal to I mean, you think Buuhan is equal to or weaker than SS3 Goku?
Equal to or weaker to, yeah. Probably something we should clarify first is that the guide doesn't actually specify which Goku, like at what point in time in the Buu Saga. So it's not clear if it means end of Buu Saga or the beginning of the Kid Buu fight or anything.
Yeah, we're just going off this. We're just going with end of Z Goku, like after the Spirit Bomb. We're not going like 10 years ahead, right? Yeah.
Yeah, obviously not, but we should note that it is somewhere during the Buu Saga that this statement is true, not at the end of the Buu Saga, because it's not specified at what time.
Okay, maybe some people can't talk. Should I go at everyone?
You can everyone, that's fine, just as long as they don't get involved during the debate.
Yeah, I just made it so they can't speak. Okay. Um, you want to text in Battleground for scans? I'll like link them later.
Sure.
Okay. Um, my first, the first thing I'm gonna say is we haven't seen Kid Buu do something as strong as we haven't seen Kid Buu do a feat on the level of Super Buu or Enraged Buuhan.
Is that your first point?
Yeah, my first point.
Okay, so um, feats are a good way to scale a show. They are a primary way to scale a show, but they are not the only way to scale the show. For example, statements do matter in the show. Otherwise, Roshi would be like the strongest character in the series because he has one of the greatest feats in Z. Sorry, in Dragon Ball.
Well, here's the
So
thing. You're
obviously,
still using power
oh
scaling for
well,
that. You're still using power
well,
scaling.
yeah, power scaling. Yeah, power scaling is still fine. So saying that Buhan has a feat, right, that Kid Buu doesn't, that is not a contradiction to like Kid Buu being the strongest. So of course Goku doesn't have a feat that Roshi does, but Goku is still stronger. So
Well, I would
saying
argue that
feats
Goku's
feats
Kamehameha.
over everything, it's not.
Mm,
No, because feats are the feats that you're talking about is like attack potency feats, right?
yeah.
Right. So Goku doesn't actually have attack potency feats. He's never destroyed a planet or anything like that.
Hello? Can you hear me? Sorry. I just sent the everyone and it like glitched out.
4 different occasions. And he's also stated to be the strongest by fighter that Goku has ever faced in the series, and he has fought Buhan in that.
May I see the
So
scan? May I see the
these,
scan that
sure,
says that?
sure. Where are we sending these again?
Battleground.
Uh, which thing? Battleground.
It says Battleground. I'll at
Okay.
you.
All right. I'll show you these two first. Then after that, I'll show the full scan off. All right. So Goku, after fighting him as a Super Saiyan 2, he says Majin Buu is a dense guy, but his power, speed, and the recovery are all incredible. He's in a different league to all the other Boos. He's incredibly strong. Right? And then the one below it says he's stronger than anybody else he's fought before. And Goku has for every single Buu, apart from like Grey Buu. So this includes Buuhan.
Okay, but
And he still concludes that
but
that Kid Buu is on a different level to all
but
of them
as you
before.
see, it says Majin Buu is strong, so you can put the context is not Kid Buu specifically. You can say more is Majin Buu in general.
He's talking to Kid Buu.
Well, here's the thing: it still says Majin Buu. Like,
He
is it
refers to every Buu as Majin Buu.
if he refers to every Buu as Majin Buu, how do you know it's Kid Buu specifically?
Because he's fighting Kid Buu and talking to Kid Buu. This is in the Kid Buu.
Okay.
All of these statements are directed at Kid Buu. Obviously, they're all snippets of the thing, but right above, like, you know, the pieces of the rocks and stuff like that in those snippets, above that picture is a picture of Kid Buu.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that it's for Kid Buu. Like,
Of course it does, because if he's talking to a Buu and he says, Majin Buu, you are the strongest guy I've ever fought, and he's looking at Kid Buu, he's definitely referring to Kid Buu.
it can mean
Saying these statements
it can
don't
be
apply
all
to
at
Kid Buu
once
is
because he's
definitely trying to
no.
go.
You're saying that he's
Definitely
fought
reaching
every.
it.
You're saying that he's fought every single Buu except for the Gray Buu, or Good
Yeah.
Buu too. So it doesn't specifically mean this fight. This fight is what's pushing him. It can be interpreted as two ways.
No, it can't. He's talking to Kid Buu. There is no other way of saying that he's not referring to Kid Buu.
Fine, I can just.
He is fighting Kid Buu. He has just fought Kid Buu, right? And the Elder Kai has just said he's gauging Buu's strength. And to Kid Buu, as he is fighting him, he says he's on a different level. I don't see how you can interpret this any other way other than he's talking to Kid Buu when he's saying this.
Okay, fine.
To say otherwise is stretching a lot. This is why the topic is a debate in the first place, because of these statements directed towards Kid Buu.
Okay then. So when hold on, I'm finding the video about when Goku and Vegeta take out people from Buuhan. They're expecting Kid Buu to go. I mean, they're expecting Buuhan to get weaker, but his power
Well,
level is
this
skyrocketing
there's
above.
something we haven't gone over yet. We haven't gone over something yet, because you said feats. Buuhan has greater feats than Kid Buu, and I refuted that point already. How feats are not everything in the series, and statements do matter,
No,
right?
I
And then I went
understand.
over how there are multiple statements saying that Kid Buu is more powerful. So what is your refute to this position? Because currently Kid Buu is more powerful than Buuhan in the current stance of the argument.
Well, the
Do
thing.
you have a refute to multiple statements, or do you want to concede this point and try to look for another piece of evidence?
Yeah,
You want to concede this point?
yeah. I'll concede this point.
All right, so you'll concede that there are multiple statements claiming that Kid Buu is the strongest. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your next point?
My next point is when Goku and Vegeta took out a bunch of people from Buuhan, they were expecting Buuhan to get weaker. Instead,
Mm-hmm.
his power started increasing, and then they're like, "Oh shit, should we fuse?" Right? And then after that, he turns into Kid Buu, and then all of a sudden they're more relaxed now. It's like, looks like we don't have to fuse now.
Right, you do know they underestimated Kid Buu at the start of that fight.
Well,
Like even Goku himself says it.
they would have mentioned it at least. They would have at least said.
They did.
Can you
They did.
Can you show me a scan?
Sure. Yeah. I'm going quickly.
Sure.
Yeah, I haven't prepared for the debate at all, so I have to like find the scans midway through the debate.
That's
Okay.
fine.
There it is. Goku literally says he thought this fight would have went a lot better. And then there's a picture of Buu literally dancing around as Goku is saying he's just having fun with me. It should be noted that Vegeta also thought he could beat Kid Buu on his own, and obviously we saw how that resulted out. Both Goku and Vegeta thought they could beat Kid Buu, and then they found out he was a lot stronger than them. Now, there's like a statement later on where Vegeta is going on to say like Goku's number one and stuff like that, where in both of those statements he says Kid Buu and Goku are stronger than he thought, and Goku is number one, stuff like that. I'm sure people remember that line. So yeah, this whole thing of them not being scared of Kid Buu is not like an argument or anything. And in Herms' translation, they say that Kid Buu just shrunk in size and they're a bit more confident now. There's nothing ever stated to say he's got any weaker or anything. And there are actually guides that say that Kid Buu got more powerful when he reverted to. I'll show you.
Also, if I lose, by the way, do you mind debating other people on this or no?
Yeah, other people like after. Obviously, we're not gonna have them join mid debate, but after, if you feel like you're losing and you want to concede, then after you concede, other people can take over your position.
I'm not really that offended I'm losing. You're like the second best debater, apparently, for Dragon Ball.
I am held in high regards when it comes to Dragon Ball debate.
Yeah, I'm a meme.
That's fine.
I should send you what this says for me.
Sorry. All right. Let me go find it.
Okay, decide me. Decide me because I'm typing right now.
Oh, damn it. Where's your server's the little picture of the fat dude, right?
Oh yeah.
No, I was just trying to find your server. Battleground. Okay, Dragon Ball Forever, a 2010 guide made for the manga. It states that Goku went in combat with a powered up Majin Buu. And of course, powered up would refer to the previous Buu bare minimum. So he would be more powerful than Super Buu, at least. So there's no indication that Kid Buu is actually any weaker than any other version of Buu. So those are 2 points out of the way. We've gone over feats greater than statements. We've gone over how statements in the show. You've conceded the point that statements in the show have 100% validity and are directed towards Kid Buu. And we've also gone over the point how even though they were afraid of him, they were actually underestimating him. This is admitted by both of them. So again, the position still stands that Kid Buu is the most powerful Buu with no contradiction. Is there any other argument that you have so far?
If I remember correctly, there was a statement saying that what was I think? That Majin Buu with Piccolo absorbed was the strongest Buu.
No,
Um,
that's never been established.
should I? Well, strongest from then, like
Not with Piccolo absorb. So, for example, Bootanks claims that he is the strongest Buu past, present, and future. Past, present, and future, he's saying he can't get any stronger in the future, and then that's directly debunked when Buuhan is. So he can get stronger in the future.
Are you thinking?
And then Buuhan just says he's the mightiest Buu as well.
Are you thinking? Well, if Buuhan said he's this mightiest Buu, wouldn't he be well aware of Kid Buu? Because Kid Buu did happen before.
Kid Buu did happen before, but it's not like he has any recollection of who Kid Buu was. So inside of Buu, when Fat Buu is taken away from him, he's like, I have no idea what's going to happen to me. And it's consistent with how Kid Buu is portrayed. He's said to have no mind or intelligence. And how can somebody with no mind or intelligence possibly have a brain to remember stuff?
Okay. what was the other thing? I had something else in my head. If you're absorbing people, if you're absorbing people, wouldn't you get stronger? So how would getting people?
Well, that's directly debunked by like Fat Boo, because Fat Boo is said to be weaker than Kid Boo,
No,
and he was an
that's
absorption.
because he doesn't understand how to use his power.
And that's not true.
How?
He decreased his power.
Do you have a scan that says that exactly?
Sure. I've got the Daizenshi that says it, yeah. So let me just run through Daizenshi quickly. So where did you get this idea that it's only he doesn't know how to use his power or anything like that?
His intelligence.
Hmm?
His intelligence and the fact that
You think
he's
Fat
more
Boo's?
no,
You think
but
Kid Boo's more intelligent than Fat Boo?
no, not intelligence. What was I thinking? I was thinking more because he absorbed Grand Kyle, Grand Supreme Kyle, so he would
Well,
be a lot
Grand Kyle would
nicer.
be the most intelligent.
No,
Grand Kyle would be the most intelligent. He was the leader of all the Kais.
but he would be a lot less. He would be a lot more nicer since there's both good Boo and evil Boo in him. So there's still good Boo in him.
That doesn't prove that he doesn't know how to use his power. If anything, he would know how to use his power better because he has the intelligence for a supreme guy, the Dai Kai
Well,
Ocean.
we know that his intelligence isn't directly correlated to that because what was I thinking? When he
Where
absorbs
did you get
Pickle,
this idea that he can't use his power correctly or something like that? Where did you get that from?
something on Reddit.
If it's because on Reddit,
Yeah.
so not even like a valid source or anything. This is just some Reddit comment that you took for granted and you just took it as fact.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much directly established by everybody that Fat Boo is not as powerful as Kid Boo. So I think even show wise, you should be at least aware of that.
Okay, I finally found those. Give me a sec. Oh, he did say past, present, and future in the manga
Yeah.
at least.
It should also be noted that like you need to take in context for how like Toriyama is trying to portray. Like he's trying to portray Bootinks as the strongest Boo first, and then he was trying to play Buuhan after the strongest Boo after that. And it's just like, did he really think through the entire story? Because as we all know, Super Saiyan 3 was not planned. It was just a plot device he thought of at that moment in time for Goku to match up with Super Saiyan, so to match up with Fat Boo. So obviously he was thinking the series through as he was writing it. So these two statements only apply to at the time of that Boo, or the things that we've introduced to in that series. It wouldn't apply to like all of history. We should also go over like how Toriyama likes to write the series as well. Like, it's actually stated in like an interview that he likes to make small characters very strong. That's why all the Gods of Destruction are like short, skinny guys. He likes to make them really strong, and he shows this in like Dragon Ball Z as well. Like every primary villain in Dragon Ball Z has a bunch of forms, and they always have a very large form, at least 2 or 3 large forms or something like that, and then their final form will be something small but the most powerful. So that's seen in like final form Frieza, second form Frieza, and third form a lot bigger, but final form is short and very powerful. Perfect Cell is also the shortest form out of all the cells. He's the smallest, but he's also the most powerful, of course. And of course, that would follow suit with Kid Buu as well. He has lots of large forms, but according to Toriyama's writing in the past, it would be very natural or very normal for Kid Buu to be the most powerful, even though he is the smallest. We actually have some guides to say that as well. I'll show you that.
I have something that says that Bibbidi was able to take Majin Buu under control after he absorbed Grand Kyle. So wouldn't that prove that he's more like he's more of a good guy ish?
Well, he became more controllable, but that doesn't mean like he doesn't know how to put more of his power.
But then
Because
wouldn't
obviously, Fat Boo, because Kid Boo's problem was he just went around and destroyed everything, whereas Fat Boo could be bargained with. You could just say that if you give me candy, he'll do this for you, he'll do that for you. So of course he'd be more controllable. Kid Buu didn't. You could have bargained with him. Just blow up or kill you. That's why Bibidi had to like seal Boo up every single time. When he didn't obey him, he would just go out of control and start destroying shit. So Bibidi would have to just seal him away until he calmed down.
Okay. I guess I can see then.
You concede?
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine.
GG.
Did you?
Okay. I'm gonna tell
Did you
everyone.
want to have any of your friends take over or anything?
Yeah. Give me a sec. I'll just leave recording because I'm still gonna be recording.
Okay.
I'm just gonna use like a clickbait title saying come in if you want to debate in SS. I was just talking about the message, not on the actual video. Give me a sec. Let me make it so they can speak. Okay, speak.
No, is he serving mute?
Pardon?
Is the Blaine dude in the call? Is he serving mute?
I can you repeat that?
The third guy who's in this call.
Blaine, do you want to debate him?
I was just asking, is he here to debate me?
Are you here to debate? You can talk now, Blaine.
I take that as a no.
Do you want to? You can debate.
I thought you said you had a few friends lined up to debate me after you. Or was that just
I thought
like...
so. Let me add Kirby and Jazz for a sec. I hope I can still I hope I can still edit the picture because I didn't put my avatar. I'll actually just do this right now. Blaine, do you want to debate Torrus?
No.
No.
Okay.
I think I'll just end it then, cause no one come. I'll just like text you if someone wants to debate you.
Sure. Alright. Good. GG. Good debate.
Good game.
Alright, see you later.
See ya.